Hi guys, in this video I'm going to discuss a technique called dynamic isometric training. Okay, so it's quite a good technique that you can use to increase the intensity of your workout and your exercises without putting excessive amount of strain on your joints. A few years ago I was doing a hell of a lot of press-ups and I was doing quite a high volume and getting to the point where I used to be able to do about 100 in a minute. The problem is when you start doing that sort of volume of training, your joints take a lot of strain and a lot of pressure, so I started getting aches and pains in my shoulders. The way around that is you can actually make your press-ups more effective. You can do this with any exercise, it doesn't have to just be press-ups, it's just that press-ups is a common one that it happens with. It also happens with squats where people start to try and lift too heavy. Deadlifts are the same, pull-ups start to get forearm strains because the volume of reps that you're doing starts putting wear and tear on the joints. And obviously as we get older, it's more important to look after these joints. So this technique called dynamic isometrics is basically uses pauses throughout your exercise, which increases the intensity. It also increases the time under tension, so that's how long your muscles are under tension for during the exercise. So I'm going to give you an example with the press up. So a standard press up, hands shoulder width apart. Your aim is to stop at various points throughout the movement, and that'll increase the intensity of the exercise, but it'll lessen the pressure on the joints. So we start off, go up onto your toes, get into that press up position. Start in the top position, you can hold it for 3 or 4 seconds in the plank, making sure your core's nice and tight. Make sure you brace your stomach like you're going to get punched. Then just lower yourself down, slowly down to the halfway position. Hold it there, hold it for as long as you want. So you could be a couple of seconds, it could be 5, it could be 4. You go all the way down to the bottom. You can even take the tension out if you want to, then reapply, come back up, hold it halfway, come back up to the top. Okay, so using this technique, you can vary how long you hold the isometric hold for, so that's a bit where you're stationary. You can also vary the speed in between, so you can do the really slow movement up and down. You could do fast movements to the halfway point, or you could do and hold it. You can also change where you hold it as well, so you can play around with the variations on it. But the whole aim is that it increases your time under tension without continuous wear and tear on the joints. So that's dynamic isometrics. If you want to use it, don't just use it for press-ups, you can use it for things like squats, deadlifts. You can use it to get past sticking points on a movement as well. So excellent all-round technique that can help strengthen you but also protect your joints.